What's up? Got a no-name knife here. So this is a knife from the 6-leaf eBay seller. And it is the letter designation is the MPW-02. And I've picked up a few oddities from the 6-leaf eBay seller lately, and so this is another one of them. It's a no-name knife. Let's look at it. Yeah. So it's not branded at all. It just says D2. So I'm pretty sure it's not their knife. Like, they're selling a couple of knives that don't have their name on them. They don't have any name on them. So anyways, I took a run at this one, and I got it really reasonably. Like, my max bid was really low, and I won it. So I don't mind. I wanted to check it out. So it looks like titanium, but it's steel. All the hardware steel. It's got a G10 scale that's kind of grippy. I don't know if I can. Yeah, look. I mean, it's got a little grip to it. It's kind of nice. And it's got a subtle look on this side. You know, it's got like the rivet, very small button. Let's look at it. So the button lock, look at this thing, man. Runs good. No play in the blade. Runs really tight. Yeah, super budget knife. Wait till I tell you what I paid for it, and you should expect to pay about the same. I'm just going to open it up real quick, and then I'm going to make a quick assessment of, do I think this is a worthy purchase? You know, is it worth buying? And of course, you know, the qualifier is going to be, is it worth buying for around what I paid for it? So, hey, let's pop in here. I think the action seems okay. There's a fair amount of tension. Look at the size of the spring in this knife. Wow. I'm pretty sure that's the same size a coil in my bed. Nah, not really. I'm being exaggerating. It's kind of silly. Okay. Double rolled bearings. It's got steel polished washers in the steel liners, skeletonized steel liners. I say that's a washer. It's not coming out of there. What about this one? Nope. Huh. Huge button. I mean, the button's huge on it. It's a little oily in places that it doesn't belong, but not horrible. I think I am going to peel this last scale, the screw, to get a look at the scale, though. Just to see. Come on, man. Put the magnet away. Those things are dangerous. They'll grab everything in sight. Just to see, did we have a lot of excess oil? It's not too bad, but it did have some. Same with this one. So let's clean it up real quick. We'll put it back together. I mean, for what I paid for this, I'm not going to pay a lot of attention to it, but it does beg the question, hey, because it's a budget knife. I mean, obviously, for a real budget knife. This is a budget in the budget category knife. Yeah, very inexpensive. Sub $20. Because, you know, this video is kind of about price, so I guess I'm kind of going to toss it out there. This thing, I picked it up from the eBay 6-leaf seller for sub $20. And so for sub $20, I mean, I took a run at it. If I can pick it up for under 20 bucks, I'm pretty sure my max was probably about $20. So if it would have went up to 20, I'd have paid $20 for this just to see what's going on here. And I mean, so far, it's pretty heavy duty. It's pretty well built. And I'll tell you, the first thing that I thought is this is way bigger than my impression of the knife in the listing online. This knife is hefty. I really thought, looking at it, that it was a small knife, and it is not. This is it's not. Listen, it's not a beast, but it is a large knife, absolutely large knife. And look at these big. These are big double row bearings. No wonder that action's so smooth. And I'm not shocked that it's smooth like that, because there's a tendency for these guys to put out these big kind of bulky knives that in the end are pretty solid. They're well built. They represent well. The action on them functions really well. I'm gonna put this back. There was one little screw, and I think it was this. It went into that scale right there. But that would have to be an awful small screw. And I don't see a little tiny screw like that. Well, it went in the spacer. That's what it did. So it wasn't as small as I thought it was. It was probably the shortest of these two. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Seems about right to me. Okay. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, it's not captured, but it didn't cause me a problem coming out of there, so I think we're going to be all right. Let's put a little oil on it. Nice big double row bearings. I mean, we're talking a sub $20 budget knife. Don't need that spring yet. Let's put the blade on. We'll put it on the same time. Make things easy. I mean, so, where's this collar goes on the screw. Okay. This one probably begs the question, where's the expectation level on a knife that costs less than $20? It's not going to be the same as a knife that costs $90. It's just not for me. I mean, I get it, man. Some of y'all think like that. It's just like, no, I don't care. Even if I pay $20, it's, the fit and finish or, whatever. And it's like, well, for me, I mean, if I'm paying $20 for a knife, my expectations, I mean, call me weird, but they're less. They're not as much. But I do want some basic things. I want the knife to function basically. The action's got to work. If the action don't work, I don't care what I paid for it. How big's that hole? It's pretty darn big. That's an easy lineup right there. Wow, look at that action now. A little maintenance on it. You see it? It tried to sneak over and bite me. I don't think I'm lined up right. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. That's solid as a rock. How tight is that? Feels about right. All right. The pocket clip's recessed in the G10. It's kind of nice. 2 screws. It's got a fair profile. It's not round. That's good. It's kind of like a triangle. It's got a few little details. I mean, honestly, if this was $100 knife, I'd be kind of impressed. I'd be like, oh, they recessed 2 screws. Good deal. I like it. So, I mean, all in all, so far, there's nothing going on here that makes me go, this thing's not worth $20. I mean, I'm not sure that I see anything that would make me think that it wasn't worth 50 bucks. What we got? Oh, guillotine. Yeah, you get your fingers in the way of that. Look at this thing, man. Well, now that the button provides tension on that blade. You have to press that button to, like right there, I'm holding the button. But if I let go of that button, watch. If I let go, it's sort of like a little detent on it. And it's got a decent detent. Man, I'm going to tighten that just a little bit. I think it came loose. I may have to Loctite that because after running it, I think that came loose. Yeah, I think it's coming loose. Well, let's do that real quick. Well, actually, I'm going to wait because if I'm going to run this action some more, there ain't no sense Loctite. I might as well wait until I'm done. Because when you run it like that, it's just going to come loose and then it's not going to be, it's not going to set properly. Like once you Loctite it, you really do need to put it aside and let that harden up. So we'll finish checking it in, checking it out. The action on it's just stupid. Yeah, ridiculously good. And yeah, ergonomics. So everything is knocked down and rounded. Very comfortable knife. And comfortable in the hand. The pocket clip is flat and falls right in the crease of my hand. So very comfortable. There's no jimping up here, but plenty of platform for my hand. And this finger guard, the jimping there, it's sharp. It's bitey, and it's perfectly holding my fingers back. Like, so this is a confident grip. Honestly, this is, I mean, a very large blade. How big is that? I mean, if we go right there, we're 1, 2, 3, like right at a 4-inch blade. Actual usable blade space, 4-inch. So big blade. This is a big knife. Like I say, when I looked at this on the auction site, I thought it was going to be a small knife, especially for paying under 20 bucks. I thought, man, that thing's tiny, but it's not. And I have 6-leaf knives that, that I've picked up recently that surprised me when I got them because they were tiny, but not this thing. Yeah, ergonomics are really good in it. I talked about that clip. Let's see how it works. I mean, I think it's going to work well looking at it. Looks like it's got a good ramp and build up both ways, in and out of the pocket. Let's see. Yeah, it definitely gets over the thick stuff. Ooh, there's a lot of tension on it. I mean, it took a minute to get, some tension to get it there. But I can tell you, for as big of a knife that is and as heavy as it is, that pocket clip is going to secure that knife right where I put it. That's where I'm going to find it. And very smooth coming out, but a mountain of tension on it. That ramp affords it to come out of there very easily and smooth, but there is a ton of tension on here. Let's try the thinner material. Yeah, same. Really grippy. One hand in and one hand out with this thing is going to go in the pocket. My favorite spot back here, yeah, money. Money. Yeah, so the pocket clip's good. Let's check it for safety. Ooh, I saw that blade up in there, and I thought, man, but I can't touch it. And I'm digging my finger down in there, and I cannot contact that blade. What about the tip? Yeah, I caught the tip. The tip's exposed. Yeah. If I go in at the right angle, reach into the pocket. If this is in the front pocket in the forward position and you reach behind this to get money or keys, the tip's exposed on this knife. Now, a sharpening probably resolves that, maybe, because it's the top of the tip. You know what I'm saying? So, like, even if you sharpen out the bottom, the top of that tip is still going to be where it's at. So, yeah, that's a fail, man. The clip's a pass, the tip's a fail, and the back is a pass. Nice little, it's got a built-in lanyard slot back here coming off of the top of the back of the knife. Pretty cool. So if you're a lanyard guy, you definitely could hook in here. Yeah. I wonder if it's sharp. I mean, kind of based on the price and stuff, I'd think not, but yeah, I don't know why I would think that, because it's wicked sharp, man. Out of the box, this thing's ready to go in your pocket and go to work. 100%. Now, hey, let me talk about that tip real quick. So I carry in the back pocket like this and on that outside corner. So if I reached into that back pocket, even to get a grip on this knife, if I reached in, I mean, and you know, it's interesting because now I can't touch that blade. So it may be just the way that I had that closed. Like maybe it wasn't all the way closed, because now I can't touch it. How about that? So I don't think I had it all the way closed. Like somehow it was hung up. Yeah, because I can't even touch it there. It doesn't have, like, there's no detent lash, you know, like sometimes you can pick up lash. So I'm gonna call this tip a cautionary tale. If you buy this knife, check it just to see before you go putting it in your pocket, and then surprise yourself by catching your finger on that. Yeah, come on, man, that's good news. So price and availability. So Six Leaf is selling them. They have two sites, the Six Leaf site. If you look below, there's a link for Six Leaf website, eBay page. And I paid, ready? I paid $16 for this knife. 16 whole US American dollars for this wonderful button lock knife. Come on, man. 16 bucks is what I give for this. Let me get some Loctite on this and I'll wrap up the video while I'm doing it so you can see me putting it on here. I use this stick. There's a link for it from Amazon down below. I just stick it in there and turn it and get a little bit on there. I'm going to put a little excess on this one because I don't think I'm looking to get in here anytime soon, and I just want it to hold. I don't want it coming loose. Get that collar on it. And Loctite don't scare me. I mean, I've yet to have one that was Loctited that I couldn't get open. That makes sense what I'm saying? Like, I've been able to break some pretty large amounts of Loctite loose on knives and get in them. Yeah, so I got that. I mean, I am really torquing this down, and there is no play. And that knife runs and runs and runs. Look at how free that is. Whew. I'm going to tighten it one more time, and then I'm not going to run that action again. We're going to wrap up here. I just want it to be tight, and I want it to stay like that. All right, so, oh, pardon me. MPW-02. It's non-branded from the Six Leaf auction site. I mean, 16 bucks. Pretty cool knife for $16. I'm not sure what else I could show you here. It's a budget knife with steel liners that have been skeletonized, a steel pocket clip that's got a grip like an alligator's jaws, but it's still one-handed in and out. It's got a good flipper with great jimping, excellent button action, nice large button. The spring on this, it's not hard to push. It's just got great tension on it. Look at this detent coming back. Boop, just snaps it right in there. So, I mean, I got to tell you, I'm not trying to pimp the knife. I don't even know who makes it. I just know Six Leaf is selling it, and I bought one. And if you go look, they're actually selling two of these, and I've got the other one coming. It's got like a grid pattern in the G10. And spoiler alert, but the price, my max price on it, was very similar to this one. And I think it's even bigger than this one. Looking at the dimensions, I think that one's even bigger than this one. And this one is a razor sharp. I mean, this is a piece, man. 100%. That's a piece of machinery right there. All right, listen, I appreciate you watching. Take care.